President Biden any moment now will be meeting with
I'm leaving this live stream up where anybody can watch it later. So it's not just going to be just live. You can watch it. If you just tuned in and, it's the next day, you can still watch this. Well, there we go. We got our first contestant. Hell, I might give away something. You never know. Hey, Mike's Garage, how are you doing? We might give away something today. I didn't put this up for that purpose, but I figured, what the heck? I wanted to tell you all about how I'm going to plant my tomatoes this year. I had a lot of success last year. I had so many tomatoes. I could feed the whole neighborhood. David and his wife and family, my daughter and son-in-law, and Lord, I don't know how many tomatoes we give away. People across the street. I mean, I had tomatoes. I got tired of picking tomatoes. I mean, I was taking gallon buckets of tomatoes to my daughter's house. But I love tomatoes. And that's probably the only thing I'm going to grow this year. I'm not going to fool with melons or cucumbers or squash or nothing. Because my daughter's house is almost finished, so she'll be moving, and we'll need to be making arrangements to move to the farm this year. So I don't want to get too involved in a garden. I do like my tomatoes. There's Lottie Mae in West Virginia Redneck, Outdoors with Gavin, and Ben G. Doing pretty. Hope you're doing South Carolina. Mike Hanna's, hello there, Mike. Hey, Byron. Bad advice and dumb looks are free. Oh, me. Love tomato sandwich and Duke's mayo. Damn, have you seen the price of mayo? Good God. $4 for a jar of mayonnaise. I reckon what drove price up, they think they use a lot of eggs to make mayonnaise, don't they? Eggs and olive oil or something. I want to plant some fruit trees this year if I can keep a deer away from them, says West Virginia. Hey, Debbie or Deborah, going up with the price. Yeah. What are you working on these days? Well, mainly working on trying to stay warm. When you see me do something outside, it's because we had unseasonably warm temperatures. But as you can tell, I'm inside my castle, my domain, and I'm master of all I survey. I laugh. Good God, people! I laugh at some people that have never seen a live stream or seen a video from right here, and they don't realize I got a 2,300 square foot house sitting right there. This is just like my hangout out here, and people think that this is just the way I live. Now, I will admit that I do sleep in that recliner behind me a lot of times, fall asleep to the TV. And but I like to just piddle around out here. It's just like that woman that was giving Doug and Stacy hell about, well, I don't see any stored food. You can't live all winter with just one of those shelf of jars. My God. You don't show the general public your grocery storage. I mean, when the shit hits a fan, you don't want people to know where your stuff is and how much you got of it. Anyway, let's get into the tomatoes. I don't mean to be ranting and raving. Oh, greetings. Woo-hoo. We're talking garden things. I mentioned to get my hands covered in garden dirt. Every man needs a man cave. You got that right. Anyway, the reason I wanted to make this video today was to let y'all know if any of you is close to a Dollar Tree, get over there today because their seeds just came out. My wife, I was talking to her on the phone. She's up in Shelbyville, and she said she's in the Dollar Tree up there. They had their seeds. She had asked me, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I ain't going to do nothing. I want to stay here in the house all freaking day. I got shit to do." And when she said the Dollar Tree got their seeds, I'm like, "Oh hell, I got to get dressed." So I went to my local Dollar Tree, and they hadn't even pulled the display out of the back room yet, because the tomatoes they always go first. Well, I bought 4 packs each of Roma tomatoes because they're awesome in sauces and soups. The large cherry tomatoes, God, I grew the hell out of them last year. And I love just walking out there with a cup of coffee in the morning, just picking them tomatoes, sipping my coffee in a nice cool morning air. Anyway, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to plant them this year. Mr. Fooster's got his man cave. What the hell you barking at? There ain't nobody out there. Damn it, boy. All right, I'll give you a dog this. Here, come here. High five. All right, high five. All right, there you go. Get out. PawPaw and Mater. That's where I get my seeds. 2 things money can't buy: true love and homegrown tomatoes. Ain't that right? Do it all, Daisy. Hey, welcome. That's the first time I've seen you here. Welcome. No, it's only half the seeds grow from Dollar Tree seeds. I've never seen that. Pretty put. Thank you. I have had nothing but excellent luck out of my Dollar Tree seeds. What's shaking, PawPaw? My hands, I guess. Not a whole lot. Hell, if I shake it, I might break it. Anyhow, I have taken trays and broadcast the seeds in them and set them under the light to get them sprouted, and then have a multitude of little seedlings, and then have to separate them out and carefully put them in a little bit bigger pot, and then later a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. Well, this time I'm not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 1 or 2 seeds per solo cup or vegetable can or whatever. And that way I'm not going to have to transplant them until they're ready to put in the ground. Also, hopefully that'll keep me from growing 200 or 300 plants. I tend to get carried away when I can put 50 seeds in a little tray about that big. And then I'm sitting there at 50 seedlings, and I'm like, oh my God, and it's all day long messing with them. So, a dozen good plants will produce more tomatoes than any family can eat by themselves, plus give them to their kids and maybe even their neighbors. A dozen plants put out a lot of tomatoes. And I'm not set up for canning right now, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I tell you one thing, dadgum tomatoes are expensive. Now, last year, I went to Aldi and I bought them little packets of grape tomatoes and little containers of all kinds of little tomatoes and even big tomatoes, and salvaged the seeds out of them and had good luck with them coming up. And I got studied on it this year. When I went to Aldi today, and a little old pack of tomatoes was $2.49. I said, oh, hell no. PawPaw ain't paying $2.49 for a little old bitty container of cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes or whatever. So I said, I'll just go on over to Dollar Tree and get these. I've been watching. They are cheap though, but I'm also in the north to do it all day. Oh well, hell, I ain't ready to plant yet myself. I won't. I'm not even going to start mine till the end of February because we get our last frost here about April 15th. So I figure anybody ought to start their seeds, 8 weeks before their first frost, or 6 weeks before their first frost, and then plant 2 weeks after. So that's my recommendation. Casca, good afternoon, Randall. Hey, good to see you, sundown. Anyway, that's what we're going to try this year. We're going to try to plant these seeds, 1 or 2 seeds per cup per container. And that way, if I'm limited in a space that I'm going to set up for my grow lights, then that'll maybe hold me back to a more reasonable number. When David and his wife came by to get them some tomatoes last year, David said, I ain't never got so tired of picking tomatoes in all my life. So I handed him a plastic bucket and I said, fill her up. He had beefsteak tomatoes and he had cherry tomatoes and those little yellow pear tomatoes and grape tomatoes. He said, I called him up the next day or two. I said, you about ready for some more tomatoes? Oh, hell no. I said, well, there's enough to pick you another gallon out here. But I really enjoy it. Went do star plants. Went do star plants, said Deborah. Went do star plants. Oh, that's just a squirrel. Now quit. Can you recommend a cherry tomato? Yep. I am tickled to death with those right there. Those cherry tomatoes come from Dollar Tree, and I have had nothing but good luck over all these years with them. And 25 cents a pack. Hell, I always just go in and buy $1 worth. And they are indeterminates. And let me tell you all the difference between indeterminate and determinate. Let's see here. Let's see if there's any others that are indeterminate. Okay, that's determinate. Let's see, the Romas are determinate, and the beefsteaks don't say. Anyway, indeterminate means there is no set height bred into the seeds or the plant. Your indeterminates will just keep on going. Like one of my videos you saw from a couple of years ago, I was out here and I had tomato plants 12, 15 feet high, way the hell up there. And I was having to bend the vines down to pick them, I think I'm using my little reach and grab. Yeah, little claw thing, maybe to pick them this year. But I didn't stake mine very high last year. If you saw what I did, use some T-post and some saplings I could. So I had about that high was how high my trellis was. $22 here. Woo. Well, now DG, this has only got 150 milligrams of seeds for the cherry tomatoes, 100 milligrams of the Romas, and 150 milligrams of the beefsteak. And it's more shit. There's more seeds in one of these packs than you can plant a big old garden with just the seeds in that one pack. Matter of fact, hell, I'll just pour some out to show you. This is 150 milligrams of beefsteak tomato seeds. Let's just see how much we got here. I don't know. Let me see if you can just see it with the camera. There is a bunch of seeds in there for a quarter. So if I was to guess on the number of them, there's well over 50 seeds in there for a quarter. So how can you go wrong, right? And that's a big old beef steaks. So when you buy seeds 2 for a penny, that's pretty cheap. I planted some eggs. Ain't none. They ain't. Well, hell, Gary. Well, Gary, you're over there in Hohenwald. They ain't going to come up over there. You got to wait till after April 15th because of the frost. Gretchen, how you doing? Oh, Gretchen, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. How's it going, Pawpaw? Happy New Year to you and your family and daughter. Well, same to you there, Alan. Thank you. $22 there. Now, DG, we can get there. Well, I can go to Lowe's and pay $2 for some seeds. But I'll see. Just purchased a 48 by 14 high tunnel so we can extend our growing season. There you go, Gretchen. Hey, baby girl, thanks for stopping in. CGO American Public Recording. Hi. EG, we do have the same package. The green beans just don't stop. They were still blooming when they froze solid. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they just keep on going. I love it. And I know what you're talking about, frozen. Hell, well, finally the cold winter hit here and went out there and little tomatoes just frost all over them. And it's like, Pawpaw, why do sometimes my tomatoes split open? Tomatoes will split open if they're watered irregularly. If you go out there and it's been a few days since you've watered your tomato plants, they've sort of, the skin is toughened up and trying to hold that moisture in. And then you go out there and dump the water to it and it starts running up them veins in that plant, shooting out there to that tomato, and it goes, with all that water rushed to it. So you want to make sure you water your plants evenly as far as, don't drown them and try to be consistent. And that'll save you from them splitting open. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with them. You can eat them. When I first was doing tomatoes, I'd see one split open. Now, let's keep in mind that I go out in my garden every morning. And like I said, I'll take my cup of coffee out there and pick a tomato, eat it right off the vine. Now, I don't use pesticides. I companion plant marigolds. And I have not had any trouble at all with bugs eating my tomato plants. Now, some people say that don't work. I'm telling you it does. Marigolds will definitely keep the bugs away from your tomatoes. I mean, have you ever smelled a marigold? They stink like doo-doo. Donald D, I got them at Dollar Tree. 4 packs for $1. I got there today and I went in there and I said, Shelbyville's got their seeds out. Have y'all got your seeds in yet? Oh, yeah, they're in the back. I said, I sure am needing some tomato seeds. I said, because they go quick. If I don't get in here and get them, I ain't going to be able to get them. And she said, well, give me just a minute. Went back room, drug a big old box with a vegetable and flour and fruit. I think fruit. I don't know. Anyway, the seeds. Yeah, watermelon's fruit. Well, tomatoes are fruits. Anyway, fruit and vegetables and flowers. That's what it was. Fruits, vegetables, and flowers. And drug that out and said, go ahead and get what you want. And then I'll set it up. I said, okay. So I just got $1 worth each of the three kinds they had: beefsteak, the Roma, and the little cherry tomatoes. Now, we all know them beefsteaks are great for sandwiches. Old mayonnaise sandwich, slab of beefsteak tomato on it. Eat it and think it's good. Roma tomatoes are great for cooking. It's got that rich taste to go in that sauce. Of course, we've been known to buy Roma tomatoes in the grocery store, put on our sandwiches because they's half the price of the beefsteak. And then again, my cherry tomatoes are snacking. So anyway, that's about all I know to say about my tomatoes. Oh, fertilize with Miracle Grow. I just sprinkle a little Miracle Grow in the soil there that I'm mixing up to plant my seeds in. I mix a little bit with it, and then I will sprinkle just a little bit on the top because I don't want to burn up my plants. And then as you water it, it dissipates. Sunhawk. Good afternoon, PawPaw. Let's get growing, buddy. We had a bad drought here in northeast Kansas. Growing anything was a real chore. Well, I learned my lesson about these daggum raised beds. Although the plants did good, if it come a good rain, I'm like, well, don't need to water my tomatoes that's in the ground. But them plants up in that above the ground planter, hell, that water run out of them and they get dried. If you didn't keep them daggum things watered, sometimes twice a day here in the summer, they just dried up. So I learned my lesson. I'll not have them raised beds unless they are connected to the ground, to where they can feel the ground moisture as well. Oh, there you go, check later. I'm in Lewisburg, Kansas. All right. Oh, I'll tell you what, Kansas, man. I may have told you this, Sundown. When I was in the Air Force, I got stationed at Denver, Colorado, at Lowry Air Force Base to go to my technical school. I went to a base there is no more to learn how to work on a plane we have no more. The F-111, the fighter bomber, had them wings that would sweep back when it's in hypersonic flight. They'd be out here when they're landed and taken off. And then when they got that jet speed going up in the air, they'd sweep them wings back. Anyhow, my first time to drive out west, was I 19 yet? Let me think a minute. I was 18, 19. Okay. I was 19 years old. I bought an old Dodge van and I drove from Middle Tennessee to, no, I didn't drive to Denver. I drove to Idaho after I got out of technical school. Anyway, I'm driving, I'm heading to Mountain Home Air Force Base, Idaho, just this side of Boise. And the sun was just coming up in my rear view mirror as I left Missouri and entered Kansas. And back then it was 55 mile an hour on the interstate. I drove through Kansas and I drove and I drove and I drove. I drove 55 miles an hour. I didn't dare speed. Lord have mercy. Young boy out away from home in another state. Shit, highway patrol pull you over. They just try to think of something to really get you for, And that old van, hell, I didn't want to push it. If I went too fast, it overheated. I didn't realize the reason until later. But anyhow, that old van, if I tried to run it at 60 or 65, hell, that temperature gauge would go up. I said, oh, hell. Found out it didn't have that deflector pan under the engine to push the air up in front of the radiator, which is right here, you know, between the front seats. So I'm driving across Kansas, and I'm going to tell you, one of the prettiest sights I've ever seen in Kansas was the sunflower fields, just like Sunhawk showing off her sunflowers there. I mean, you look out across the plain there, and those yellow sunflowers just doing that in the wind. Absolutely beautiful. It was an ocean of yellow sunflowers. Beautiful. Never seen nothing like it. I do remember. Oh, and by the way, when I finally got to Colorado, the sun was just getting behind the Rocky Mountains. I drove every minute of daylight it took me to get across Kansas. When my wife and I left here to drive to Denver to pick up something I bought on eBay, we were driving out across Kansas, and my wife was looking out the window. She says, I ain't believing it. And I said, what? She says, there's enough room here for all your shit. Oh my God. Go pick them up, Mike. Well, I bought 16,000 last year. My husband was. You bought 16,000 sunflowers? Oh, sunflower seeds. 16,000 to eat or plant, or both. That's a lot of anything. Why don't y'all tell me what you're planning on planting this year? And is anybody going to get their seeds started indoors, or you just going to cheat and go buy plants at Walmart or Lowe's or whatever, or you farmers co-op, wherever they sell tomato plants and other plants? Y'all gonna, anybody else out there plant from seeds like I do? I don't buy plants at all. Let's see what anybody says. I realize there's a bit of a delay. Rob says, I like that. Rob. Oh man, it dropped off. Rob says, I'm too lazy. Only thing I'm going to plant is my big ass in a chair. We do some from seeds, but we do buy a few plants from the Mennonite nursery up in town. Well, that's all right. I mean, I'm just curious. Just like to know what different people do. What kind of videos do you all want to see me do this year? Tell me what interests you, what would appeal to you. Gotta ask my audience out there. No seed planting. Usually I start with 3-inch plants, said Donald. Tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, and green beans. Oh my God, Angel D, if you'll get you some Kentucky Wonder, oh, you can drive a stake in the ground next to where the bean plant's going to come up and stretch you a string from the ground up at an angle just as far as the string will go to something 15 foot high if you want to. And those beans will not stop. They're indeterminates too. And they will climb and climb and climb and climb, and you'll walk under there and pick them overhead. That's so cool. You know, like a arbor. But you can run them strings up at an angle for them to follow and climb on. And you can actually walk under there and pick them. That's cool. Let me go to videos. Really love any video. Well, thank you, Sundown. Please, no more turning tomatoes red. All right, all right. I'm gonna tell you all the truth. I was wearing swim trunks because y'all never saw my naked butt. I was wearing swim trunks, and that's why I kept cropping the video so you couldn't see them. But I thought it was a good joke. No, 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 no. I I get a little wild sometimes. Might get a little crazy sometimes, but I don't do stupid. That's all I need is the neighbors to call. Oh, one thing about it, they can't. I can't ever charge me with the R word because the only thing they can charge me with is assault with a dead weapon. Maybe. Don't forget the root crops, carrots, onions, turnips, and radishes. Good for a boiled dinner. Carrots I've never had any luck with, nor onions. Turnips I've had luck. Radishes, hell, you can't help but grow radishes. Any video does usually great. Thank you, Randall. Wine videos. Good God, I'm more out on wine videos, y'all. Oh, I will tell you, Aldi's had past week or so has had these. Right. Has had these honey sweet tangerines, and these are good sized tangerines now, and mighty good. I'm really trying to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, but mm, mm. But how can you say no to spiral sliced ham for 85 cents a pound? I bought one, and I just went ahead and got out the Ziploc bags and cut it up, and put it in quart-sized bags, put it in the freezer, and then put it back in the refrigerator. They had turkeys. I swore I wasn't never going to buy another turkey. But they had turkeys a couple, 2 or 3 days ago, butterball, 16 to 22 pounds, 49 cents a pound. Now, even if half the weight is waste, it's still $1 a pound. Hard to beat that. Sweet Vidalias. I know they are, Byron, and they're easy to grow down there in southern Georgia. Man, you drive through Georgia, y'all, that ain't never been down there. You'll see them for sale on the side of the road. You buy them in 50 to 100-pound bags. Oh, man. Vidalias are good. Well, thank you, Robert. I like fixing things too, and I like to save money. I mean, that's the whole idea behind the channel, is doing it cheap. Pardon me. If I can get a tangerine instead of a bologna sandwich, it's better for me. Oh, my wife loves them red onions, Nelson. Oh, Byron, I thought you was telling me had I ever had South Georgia grits. Never had them. Never grew up eating grits. I like my cornbread. I've even been making cornbread out of the masa. You know, the corn flour the Mexicans use to make their tamales and all that, tortillas. I've been taking that, adding an egg, some baking powder, And then use that just like I was using cornmeal. I mean, hell, it is cornmeal. It's just ground up again. It's cornmeal that's been run through the grinder a second or third time to get powdery. Hey, Shelly Small. Mrs. Sister Donna Cantor. Well, thank you. Much love to you as well, dear. Will Byron, did you grow these grits yourself? Shelly Small, love your videos. Thank you, Shelly. Hey, y'all, tell your friends. Tell your friends about my videos and help me get subscribers. Man, I really would like to get 100,000. And if you do like what I do, please give it a thumbs up. And on the videos you watch, leave a comment, even if it's only hi, because the more activity that occurs on a video, the more often it puts you at a higher level for when the algorithms say, okay, we need to put something out about tomatoes. And if my video has been seen a lot of activity and all that, then it will appear on that page, when you first turn on YouTube, and be a suggested video. So help me out. Comments, thumbs up. Hell, if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. But anyway, any activity is appreciated. Share it. Tell people about it. I was Anthony Cantor's wife. Well, Donna, did Anthony pass away? Mama Mia C, hey! No, sir, a neighbor did. Well, Byron, don't be offended, but I wouldn't want you to waste your money sending me some grits. I appreciate the hell out of it now, but grits ain't a big thing for me. I'll share them for sure. We are in Pennsylvania A6. We're growing 4 kinds of peppers, 4 different tomatoes, 4 long day onions, celery herbs, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, yellow, and green beans. Damn it, you go, girl. It's either Boucher Street or Boucher Street. Hey, start everything off when you come. All right, Dom. Yes, Grandpa Anthony passed 2. I'm so sorry, Donna. Oh, thank you, Shelly. Tessie sleeps in my bed every night. Ask her. She'll tell you. Every night she sleeps in my bed. Nelson Mitchell. Watch your wild videos now have 3 gallons of various stages of fermentation. You ain't hurt my feelings. I'm hurting the redhead. A few years ago, I had a king size bed here, and none of the family wanted it. And it was big, it's bulky, it's heavy, beautiful now, big old solid wood, king size headboard, big tall, ornate and all that, the footboard with it. And Tessie said she liked it. I said, well, hell, I'll bring it to you. She said, you don't have to do that. I said, I don't mind. Would you really? I said, yeah. So me and Sadie, my boxer, we hopped the truck, drove to Pennsylvania, and delivered that bed to Tessie and her husband. And I tease her all the time. I say, I want people to know you sleep in my bed every night. Because she's so sweet, she gets embarrassed easily. Uh-oh, Tessie's here. Oh, shit, I didn't realize. Tessie, I didn't realize you was listening. No. Oh, what, Tessie? Was you listening, or did somebody call you and say, hey, PawPaw's talking about you? Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Tessie, I wasn't saying nothing but good things about you. Oklahoma. Oh, me. Tessie, talking about getting tomatoes started. What are you doing up there? Tessie hears everything. Oh, my goodness. Tessie is all knowing. No, I had you on listening. Oh, well, Tessie, you're a sweetheart. Tessie, I know you put in a big garden every year. What do you plan? What are your plans this year for your garden? Because everybody loved to hear what you're doing. Because I was listening while working. Working. You would think that living a self-sufficient lifestyle was work. I am starting my saying. Yeah, Tessie, I don't want to put any plants in the ground till the end of April myself. So I'm going to actually start my seeds 1st of March. And then we get our last frost here around April 15th. And then I'll give it a couple of weeks for late frost, and then I'll put them in the ground. So Tessie, what are you going to grow? Everybody'd like to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Hey, let's give something away, y'all. Let's give something away. Yes, it is, Tessie. That's why I've been a little bit lacking in putting out videos. It is a lot of work. Folks, we're going to give something away. Now, start my garden indoors this year in February. All right. Now, y'all don't have to participate. You do have to live in the 48 continental United States, except Idaho. Idaho does not allow CBD products, and you ought to know in the state you live in whether or not you can have CBD. End of May. Damn, Angel, where you at up north? We get our last around April 15th. Anyway, we're going to give away from Happy Hemp a pain relieving roll-on. And I want to tell you how good this stuff works. Hey, couldn't fed that, doing great. This stuff works so good, even my wife likes it. She was complaining about her knee hurting and she can't hardly walk. And I said, put some of that roll-on on there. No. She don't like to take pills. She don't want no medicine. She just wants to suffer. I'm like, oh, come on. I'm tired of hearing it. Put this shit on your dadgum knee. I was talking to her today on the phone. I mean, finally got her to start using it a couple of weeks ago. I was talking to her today on the phone. She's up Shelbyville babysitting the grandkids. And I said, have you taken any of that, been eating any of those CBD gummies? Oh, no. I said, well, it'll help that pain. She said, that roll-on does it for me. I said, really? She said, yeah, I don't need nothing else. And she says, but I don't think Mary and Daniel, that's my daughter and son-in-law, says, I don't think they want to have any more of that Delta 8. Delta 8 is some sure enough THC, and it will knock you for a loop. I mean, their shit is good. But I'm not a pothead or nothing like that. Never have been. I don't want to say never will, but you can never tell what I might do when I'm 70 or 80 years old. But I do want to tell you that the Happy Hemp products are awesome. And their website is www.gethappyhemp.com. www.gethappyhemp.com. And if you make a purchase, make sure you use the super secret discount code, Doing It Cheap. You can put in Doing It Cheap or Doing It Cheap 30. You'll get a 30% discount. So we're gonna give one of these away, and they'll mail it to you. Karen there at Happy Hemp is just as sweet as she can be. So here's what we're going to do, folks. Really simple and quick. I'm going to write down a number, and that number is between 0 and 100. And this number is I wrote on the back of this envelope, and you're going to get one guess. The closest without going over wins. That's all it is. I mean, you'll email me your name, address, phone number, that kind of stuff. But guess the number. Don't cost you nothing to enter. Don't cost you nothing for postage. None of that. It's just a giveaway. I'm gonna give you one. Well, actually, Happy Hemp's gonna give you one because I talked about their product. See how that works? It's not just a video. Or me just yakking. It's a contest where you win some at no charge. So you only get one guess now, closest without going over, and the number is between 0 and 100. Between 0 and 100. That means you pick 1 through 99. So the closest without going over. And I'll give another couple of minutes, maybe some late bloomers here, or people that have a delay. I do hope everybody is doing well. I guess I better tell Karen Happy Hemp that we're giving away a roll-on. I don't know if she'll answer her phone. She's incredibly busy. Calling Happy Hemp. Look at them guesses pouring in. Only one guess per person. Hey, who's speaking? Who am I talking to? Hey, Bianca, is Karen around? No, it's no big deal. This is PawPaw with Doing It Cheap. I just called and let her know we was giving away another roll-on. Okay. Well, tell her PawPaw said hi. Okay, bye-bye. That was Bianca. I gave some of this to my brother-in-law because he was walking around 2 walking sticks. And he tried that, and he's like, "Oh my God!" He said, "I can almost throw one of these sticks away now." He's a big old boy. I mean, big old boy, a lot bigger than me. Okay, well, we've had y'all have had 2.5 minutes to get your guess in. I love Doing It Cheap sticker. Daryl, I promise you, when I get moved, see all my stuff right now, it's all boxed up and ready to ship to the farm. You know, that new garage I built, I don't know if you're watching my videos, built a brand new garage. Going to get that all set up, the vinyl lettering, the t-shirts. I'm going to have an actual place I can do this stuff. I'm telling you, when that rain came and put a leak in the ceiling of that house, it just totally messed us up. All right. All right, let's see here. The last guess I'm going to accept is Jim Hollingsworth at 57, okay? So if your guess comes in after him, sorry, you're too late. Now, the number was 13. So who is the closest without going over and the first one to do it? I saw Daryl get 7. Rob guessed 15. Sorry about that. Daryl Williams gets 7, and it looks like Daryl Williams is the winner. Now, tell me something, Daryl. Are you on your phone or sitting at your computer? Close but no cigar, Rob. Maybe next time. So I'm going to text Karen and let her know. PC. Okay, cool. Daryl, you're going to email me at CallBobForSigns@yahoo.com. I'm going to type it in here. CallBobForSigns@yahoo.com. Now, Daryl, would you send me an email, and in the body of the email, say, I want a happy hemp roll-on. Okay. I want the pain roll-on, whatever. And I need your name. I want you to do it just like you were addressing an envelope. Name. Next line, street address. Next line, city, state, and zip. Skip a couple of lines and put in your phone number. Okay? Send that to me. I will forward this to Karen, and she will get this sent out to you. You'll get it probably Tuesday, if not Wednesday. Oh. So that was pretty cool. Roxanne, how you doing, Roxanne? Oh. Tessie never did tell us what she was going to plant, did she? Well, I'll tell you what. Tessie's a sweetheart, but getting information out of her is like pulling teeth. Hey, Talos, you missed a drawing. We gave away something, no big deal. Taking a break for cleaning the floors. Got to do it in steps, you know, bad back getting old. Well, Roxanne, you definitely need some happy hemp. That CBD stuff, man, it helps me tremendously. I made some cranberry wine 6 weeks ago, and it still has some bubbles on top. Should I let it go longer? First time this has happened. Confib vid, it's been freaking cold, you know. It won't hurt you. There's just a few on top. Hell, taste it. It ain't gonna hurt you. But it's been cold, you know. To be done in a few weeks, it needs to stay warm. And anytime you put it up, you got it going and everything's going good, then you have a cold snap, and that liquid drops below 70 degrees, then everything stops, and it's got to come back up to temperature, and then it starts up again. So roll on to that. Use the gummies. He suggests on making it work on a single income, raising great-granddaughter. Shelly Small, you need to be making videos. You need to be making videos and posting them. And I'm telling you that it's going to take a while to get started. Okay. Now, when I was hitting it hard, and I mean hitting it hard, I could pull in enough money to pay all my utilities, my 2 cell phones, me and a wife, our internet, our cable TV, our electric bill, water's, I'm on a well, so it's in the electric. The sewer bill, I had Town City Sewer. My YouTube income would pay all of my monthly bills, maybe even cover my car insurance. But it takes a while to get there. But it doesn't cost you anything to make videos. It doesn't cost you anything to upload them. And all you got to do is just pick a subject that you like, subject that interests you. Because if you like doing it and it interests you, there's going to be thousands of other people out there that are going to be interested as well. So that's one way to make a little bit of money with YouTube. It's going to take you a while to get going, but it ain't cost you nothing to try. And my regulars have heard this 100 times. When I first started, my wife says, Who in the hell is going to want to watch you? I said, hell, I don't know. I'm doing it for the grandkids. And now I've got 88,000 subscribers. I'm blessed, and I appreciate every one of you. Really do. I don't know how. Well, get out there and study on it. Look on it. Look on YouTube. You know, look for how to do it. Jerry Allen. Well, Jerry, old Dave's going to have to get feeling better before I take him fishing. Right? He just can't hardly get around right now. Dave, you're welcome, Shelly. Dave, hell, I tried to get him to come here and just sit in a chair out here, and I would piddle around on the carport. If he wanted to come, you know. Last couple of days it was kind of warm. He just ain't got his get up and go is done got up and went. Hey, Tim's channel. I daughter's got a reading channel. There you go, Perry. Now, Shelly, I'll tell you something that I did back when I was a teenager. Is I had taken shop class, a pre-vocational class where they touched on woodworking, electrical, welding, and something else. I forget what it was. Anyway, working with small engines and stuff. And one of the things that I did to make me a few dollars is I cut out pieces of wood shaped like the state of Tennessee. And with a router, I put in the top left-hand corner, home of the, and left a big space in the middle. And for my own, I put home of the PawPaw family. And then I would take a blank and the one that says home of PawPaw family, knock on a door, and I'd say, hey, I'm trying to earn me some college money. Could I make a sign for your home? And show them, you know, mine, show them that I've already got it made. All I got to do is put your name in there. And I made a lot of money doing it. I had my router. I had an old van. I had my router and a 100-foot extension cord. And I would plug into their power and burn out their sign and give it to them. I think way back then it was like $10. Yeah, we're talking 40 years ago. So, you know, it just there's something out there for everybody. 45 years ago. Shit. Gretchen, you take care. Well, folks, I'm gonna get out of here. Do you know what's wrong with him? Yeah, I do. Well, I'm gonna get on out of here, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of you. But before I do, I'm gonna check my email to make sure that Daryl sent that email to me. Dun dun dun. Nope. Well, let me look in spam. Oh, there he is. There he is. It went to spam because he says, Daryl says, I want a happy hemp roll-on. But he didn't give me his name and address. Well, I mean, I've got his name. Damn it, Daryl. How am I supposed to send it to you if you don't tell me where you live? Well, what am I going to do? Bye, Papa. See you later, man. Enjoy your weekend. It's good seeing you. Thank you, Randall. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you that stopped by to see me today. And maybe I piqued a little interest in you, but about getting your seeds started, getting some of that gardening going, turning that thumb green. All right. Well, Daryl, I don't know if you're listening or not, but you never did tell me your name and address and your phone number. So all you told me was you want the roll on, and that's all I heard. That's all I see. Keith H. Later, PawPaw. Take care, Keith. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Remember, like, share, and subscribe.